Hello YouTube, this is Bash, bringing you here for week 6. We are currently 4-1 right now. So this week we are playing for WPF Regice Division Season 15. We are playing against Sacred TD, I believe. Sacred TD, whose team name is Los Angeles Dodrios. And their team, very terrifying. Which should be coming up in the top right corner here. The matchup right quick. Their team consists of Dodrios, Mega Mawile, Terra Weavile, Nidoqueen, Hisuian Lilligant, Terra Vikavolt, Porygon Z, Ninetales, Lantern, and Altaria. My team consists of course, Iron Valiant, Palafin, Terra Diggersby, Uxie, Terra Superior, Kilowattrel, Pelipper, Lil Muck, and Fortress. Now, I know that Sacred actually is currently right now 0-5, but their team is actually pretty scary. There's a couple of threats that kind of could just put me in, just because I don't have really good ways to check or switch into them specifically. So that is something I wanted to keep in mind for this matchup. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. But one thing I will note is that I am so glad that Dodrios is not Terra, because that is so much more scarier. I think Terra Dodrios is actually stupid, by the way, in this meta in draft right now. So, but Terra Weavile is still kind of scary, to be honest. But the biggest thing I think I have the most trouble switching into currently is Mega Mawile and probably Nidoqueen. Those are the two I'm probably gonna have really the most difficulty, based off the way that my team is gonna have to present itself this match. I think those are gonna be the two most difficult mons to switch into, I guess, depending on the sets of course they run. But I think Mega Mawile might have a chance to, depending on the set and prediction obviously, can possibly two-shot my entire team, which that I'm possibly bringing or have, I believe, as well. So that is something to keep in mind. Mega Mawile might be looking for it might be that 4 move slot situation though, which could be at least really nice for me. So yeah, and some things I want to talk about. Weavile, of course, as I mentioned, is kind of scary. They do have webs. I don't know if they bring it this week. We'll have to see. I don't think it's that great against me, but we'll see. And then I do think that one Pokemon that is probably going to come is Lantern. I think Lantern probably is coming to help against Palafin. It's a really good answer to it. So one of the probably better answers in the game, but just because of the typing it has with the water and then electric to hit Palafin, really super effective. So yeah, it should be interesting to see what they do. Also, yeah, Porygon Z kind of could be scary, but I think I have possible ways to deal with it as well. So yeah, let's go into our team that we're bringing this week. And as you see, we're leading off with Superior, Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse, Terra Blast, Fire, Synthesis with Lumberry. Now, if they bring webs, Superior might just sweep. To be honest, that's how good it is here. But because of the possibility of them having well, it depends on how the way I guess I play it, but because I get the speed boost if they bring sticky webs against me, if I get Superior, which is really clutch. And Synthesis, if they bring Sun, I'm getting back to full. Plus, I'm getting Terra Blast boosted fire type moves, right? So that'd be really clutch. And then Dragon Pulse is just to hit Dodrios and Altaria. The best mons to probably deal with it is probably Altaria at this moment. Or a weird Ninetales set, maybe? I don't know exactly what kind of Ninetales set it would be, though. And then maybe if I happen to not get enough boosts up, if I don't have a boost up against Nidoqueen before Nidoqueen comes in, that could be an issue. The other thing I could see is possibly I don't even know, because Vikavolt, I think these 3 typings kind of cover most things for it. So maybe Terra Flying, I guess, would be kind of annoying, but I don't know. But yeah, Superior looking really good. I put some defense into it. I might shift more into defense. I'm trying to debate that right now. But the defense is to help against, first off, Sucker Punch, Mega Mawile, and Weavile knockoff. And I guess if he is in fact Sun, Chlorophyll, Hisuian Lilligant, I don't know if that comes or not, to be honest. Especially with me having a Pelipper in the back. I don't know if he brings Sun at all, to be honest. he could not. I don't know, but I think that was a really good. I think that Superior can put in a lot of work this game. Terror. I think that this is definitely going to be Terror pretty. Well, we'll see how the game plays out, but I think this could be definitely be a win con or a really good breaker this game for my team. So that's something to keep in mind. And yeah, I wanted Lumberry because I feel like either like Vicavolt or like Lantern will have some way to like status it or something like that was kind of the idea. It's also good for like status from Altaria or Ninetales, which is something I wanted to keep in mind for this match. Next is Alolan Muck, who very weird set. Not weird set, but kind of interesting, I guess. This is meant to first off take a, I believe, Adamant +1 Earthquake from Latios. I think is the investment it takes right now. And then on top of that, I have a lot of special defense investment. This actually allows me to take 2 Life Orb, Timid, Nidoqueen, Earth Power. Then I also have Knockoff Pursuit, Flamethrower, Clear Smog. Clear Smog is so that Hisuian Lilligant doesn't get out of hand, or like Vicavolt or something like that. Or if it's Common Latios or something like that with a Cobra, or I don't know, like some other set, like even Porygon Z, right? Those were some ideas I had right there. Flamethrower was to hit Mega Mawile. I expect Mega Mawile to think that he could switch in pretty freely, and plus, if I could, its fire coverage isn't that bad against this team, especially since like the only thing that resists the fire coverage right now at the moment is Latios, Ninetales, Lantern, and Altaria, and I'd rather just click knockoff against those. So I think that's going to be really nice for this game. And Pursue, I want to Pursue Trap that Latios because that makes some of these Pokemon a lot better in the late game kind of scenario. But yeah, Alomuck I think could put in a lot of work this game. It did the last 2, and I'm hoping it could do it again. So yeah, that's the plan for this. This also is able to help with Porygon Z and Vicavolt. It's going to be heavily pressured this game, depending on what the team he ends up bringing. So I'm gonna have to play around it pretty carefully. But yeah, next is Palafin here, bringing a setup set. Jet Punch, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, Bulk Up with Weakness Policy. Now, Weakness Policy allows me to get the +2 on attack as well on the Lantern. So my hope is I get Palafin in, I bulk up, he goes into Lantern on me bulking up, and I could go for another bulk up, or I could click Drain Punch as he goes for like a Thunderbolt, right? And he pops my Weakness Policy, or even Volt Switch, and he pops my Weakness Policy, and I'm chilling really good because I believe at this point I would 1v1 it. I also take a +1. I could take a Hustle, Leaf Blade from Hisuian Lilligant, and I could take an Adamant non-life for Hisuian Lilligant Solar Beam at +1 as well. And do a credible amount of damage. So I think if I just get this Weakness Policy off, I could just KO something. One of the reasons why I really liked it because Mega Mawile might have Thunder Punch, Nidoqueen might have Thunderbolt, especially with me having Palafin right there. Latios might have Thunderbolt. Like, there's a lot of different ways I think it could get it off. It's just a matter of like taking the hit. But Vicavolt is the only thing I would need to be very careful about because Vicavolt actually can do a decent amount, like might be able to OHKO me depending on the set, so I need to play carefully around that, especially if it's Terra Electric. So I want to play pretty carefully around that. But this set I think could do really well. I almost brought Acrobatics over Ice Punch, but I feel like Ice Punch was just better, just hit Latios and Hisuian Lilligant if I haven't popped my Weakness Policy. So yeah, next we got Iron Valiant. I was kind of tossing around with this set, but I won't end up with this one. Not sure how much I like it, but I think it could get the work done, I guess, in this match. So booster energy, close combat, Spirit Break, Ice Punch, Swords Dance. Now this is really good in the terms of it outspeeds first of the entire team, barring Scarf, Weavile, and I believe Hisuian Lilligant in Sun. So that's something to keep in mind. But at +2. I think I only need a little chip on a couple things, specifically I believe depending on the Mega Mawile set, right, that, and then I also need some chip, maybe a little chip, I think it's a roll with max HP Vicavolt for a +2 Spirit Break, and then it wouldn't be able to KO me back, and I think that's probably the best I think I was just going with. Ice Punch also, I think I need some chip on Nidoqueen specifically as well. I don't know what kind of Nidoqueen set they bring. It could be like a really offensive set, or it could be like a defensive set. they could bring defensive to try to help against like Iron Valiant because it's where it's like probably their best answer to Iron Valiant in this matchup. Unless they bring like some like weird Vickle set like a Terra Poison. So that is something to keep in mind. So they might go defensive or Spadef because of Moonblast switch-ins kind of thing, because his Moonblast switch-ins aren't great with Mega Mawa and Ninetales being the best, I guess, and Nidoqueen. So I don't know what to expect of this Nidoqueen. I'm gonna have to figure it out and adapt pretty. I'm gonna have to see what it is, adapt from that situation to figure out what's the best way to like bring it down a little bit. And my hope is that maybe like a little Muck can bring it down, or get a chip from some of my other mons. But yeah, that's the plan here. Next we got Uxie. I am debating changing that last move from Encore to Reflect. Not sure yet, but if you turn Psychic, Stealth Rock, Encore. Encore is to help against the Hisuian Lilligant from like it setting up. This is literally meant to be a Hisuian Lilligant answer because it could get out of hand if I let it go too freely. At +1, it's a roll to 2-shot, but at that point, if I Encore it, he's locked into Leaf Bag. I could go into like I could go into a Muck and Clear Smog, or I could go into Superior and Revenge it, or I could go into Fortress. And he's not clicking close combat, I think, against Uxie. So, yeah, it's something also to keep in mind. Encore would be really nice for Sucker Punch Mind Games with Mega Mawile. To make that really nice, so I could just Encore into Sucker Punch. And Stealth Rocks are really good. I think this game for getting chip off on like specifically Weavile, Vikavolt, Ninetales, Altaria. But also really nice for like chipping down Nidoqueen a lot too. So I want to keep that in mind. But yeah, I thought this would be a really good set here. Psychic is really nice to hit Nidoqueen and Hisuian Lilligant too. And U-Turn is like there just to hit Weavile, I guess, and get momentum, and Latios as well. But Encore also helps against Calm Mind, Latios, or D-Dance Latios as well. So that's partly also why I'm running it. But yeah, it's supposed to be a pivot to get some of my other Pokemon in. Also, could be really nice if they Earth Power rate with Nidoqueen and I get when I'm going to Uxie and Encoring. But if Hisuian Lilligant is not there, I could be a lot more aggressive with Uxie, which is really nice. I could use it to help against like Mega Mawile instead, or like pivoting into Nidoqueen, which is really nice, I think. But because I think Uxie's like purpose wouldn't be as much there, so I could relieve some of the pressure off of some of the other mons with using Uxie, hopefully, if they don't bring Hisuian Lilligant. Last but not least, making its debut, Fortress LS, right, the nickname LS, after somebody who picked me up recently in Fantasy WPF, so unsure about the set, might switch it up. Said that about 2 other sets, right? This is one of them. This is the one set I was debating on for so long. I could not tell if I wanted to bring Pelipper or Fortress in this spot. Or even Diggersby. But I felt like I needed a better switching into Mega Mawile, and that is the reason I'm running this. Aqua Berry, Sturdy, Body Press, Earthquake, Rapid Spin, Volt Switch. Rapid Spin is nice for the sticky webs, right? This also doubles down as another way to answer Weavile, which is really nice as well. So I want to keep that in mind. Body Press and Earthquake hits his team pretty well. The only thing I gotta be a little bit careful about is that Hisuian Lilligant could set up on this, based on the set that I'm bringing, which is partly why I'm debating switching Volt Switch. That's the move I'm debating switching. I really like Body Press and Earthquake this game because Earthquake hits the Mega Mawile hard. Body Press for Weavile, and like Porygon Z if they tries to spam stuff with me. So I really like those. And Rapid Spin is really nice too. But I've been debating on that last slot of like Rapid Spin if I want it to be like some weird other set, like if I want Toxic on it, or if I wanted like Explosion, Gyro Ball. Those were kind of the things I was looking at. I even had Pain Split for a little bit, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with Volt Switch for now because I wanted to use, maybe I could use it as a pivot. Hopefully they bring in like Ninetales on this, or like Water Absorb Lantern, which I think is probably the better bring against me. Because even though if I have Kilowattrel, I feel like that, like, which Kilowattrel actually, now looking at it right now, looks kind of scary for the team, but I just didn't want to run it with like Sun options against me. And Lantern there, but I don't know. Maybe it won't be Volt Absorb. If that's true, that could be really nice for me actually. So, but I don't know about the set. This is what I'm gonna work with, though. At least I think it could do what it needs to do. It's definitely not a win con or any situation. It's just to get like pivot into like make things like Mega Wow and try to get damage off on it. So yeah, that is the this is the team we are rocking with. I'll let you know if I make any changes to the set, specifically the Fortress Superior or the Fortress moveset, Superior's defense investment, and Uxi's last move on Encore. Those are the three I wanted to. Yeah, those are the three I wanted to make. I might make changes for, but yeah, this is the team. Otherwise, we're going with. I feel like kind of confident-ish with the team, but there's still like so many possible issues that could be coming in, right? Something like Weavile could get like out of hand quickly if I don't play around it, which is really nice. Why I have booster energy, but I have to keep in mind that Ice Shard could be really scary against it. Something to keep in mind is that I need to play better around like something like I'm gonna have to play like very carefully around things like offensive Nidoqueen as like the one of them in Mega Mawile. So, but I hope that like if I could get like a knockoff on Nidoqueen early, like or something like that on the switch, and that'd be really clutch and take a lot of pressure off my team because it will be a lot easier to pivot. It's a lot easier to pivot into Nidoqueen when it doesn't have that life orb on top of it. It's set. So, yeah, we are gonna cut to the match, and we are back. They end up bringing No Hisuian Lilligant, amazing, absolutely amazing. So they bring Weavile. I mean, I could use Uxie a lot more. So they brought Terra Iced, Weavile, Latios, Nidoqueen, Lantern, Mega Mawile, and Vikavolt. Who's Terra Ice, right? That's his other Terra captain, right? Let me just link this match. Interesting. So no, let's see, Lilligant, no Sun, fantastic actually. I might just lead Palafin. I know they could probably lead with Vikavolt, but like, I think that's all right, and I could flamethrower it. Um, yeah, I think that's probably just the play. I want to get this off as soon as possible, and they go straight into Weavile. So I'm going straight into Fortress on this. I should be able to deal with it. Yeah, SD, and I'm just gonna body press because that's what does the most. That doesn't even do about half, and their Sash lead. Sash. And I'm just gonna Volt Switch. Just kill this thing. Hopefully they go. If they go Nido Queen, that's kind of not great, but it is what it is. They go for SD knockoff though. SD knockoff. Meaning that if I have rocks, we're looking really good here. Obviously, webs will going to be kind of annoying if that happens, but if I Volt Switch out, okay, yeah, that's dead. Fantastic. I think I go straight into Superior here. I think he's Terra Ice Vikavolt, so Terra Fire is really good against that. It's probably my play. Yeah, I'm gonna go Superior here. Get the. I should outspeed everything except for yeah. Okay. The only thing I wanted to be a little bit careful about. I am going to scout using Uxie. What they want to do. Uxie took like nothing from Sludge Wave. That is definitely not offensive. I kind of want to U-turn out because I don't want to let this Vikavolt in for free. Sludge Wave did 27%. Yeah, he's max. He's no offensive investment. So I'm just gonna U-turn out, I think. He goes Mawile. Interesting. Can I get any information on this Mawile from that? Um, I'm just curious. Like, any information off of that? 2%. He's probably like max HP, maybe? Maybe? He's probably like max HP. Okay. Um, I could go straight out to Palafin and bulk up, I think. Is not a bad play. Yeah, I like that play actually. Let's bulk up. Palafin, Megamon was Intimidate beforehand, max HP. Okay, let's check this out because this is definitely Fizdef Lantern. Okay, at +3. I'm just gonna bulk up again. I think he's Test Charge. Fantastic. I just Drain Punch here. Get all that recovery back. Is it actually? GG. Para, fantastic. I think that might be. Is it? Um, Vicavolt always dies here. Do I just Jet Punch here? Yeah, I think Jet Punch is just a play. Just Jet Punch here. In case anything crazy happens, I want the damage off. I think Palafin might just put in the work here, though. And if not, Superior should be able to clean up. It might be. It depends on this audio set. I think I should be able to take anything other than the only thing I can't take is like a Choice Specs Draco or Thunderbolt. He needs to be Specs basically to take me out, I think. Even Life Orb. He could be Life Orb too. Life Orb would. Let's see what he goes for. Does that kill? No, it does not. Yeah. I think this might just win here. I am -1 now. But this might just take it out here. Oh, he lives. Now it is. Now it's game. Yeah. Yeah, now it's game. Um, wow. That was a quick one. Palafin went in crazy. I did not think that set would work the way it did. I guess. Well, I did, but I thought it would not be able to get off too. Well, I guess like if he got so, I expect it to get off the second bulk up. I guess maybe there was the week 6. Um, yeah. I think it was a roll. Oh, I get that. I think it was a roll against Mega Mawad, to be fair. Where you I just never I've never not been paired with this how yeah, worried about it. Yeah, so we end up pulling the dub. Palafin on top of the getting the 6L with Palafin, basically getting it 5 kills. Um I wasn't sure if you were going to sucker punch or play a rough, to be honest. Or, I guess, punch two. um, Maybe the better play was also the Dream Punch against Latios, but that was definitely, I think we played it out pretty well. Palafin pulling up with the dub. Sorry for the little cutting out. I'm also talking to Sacred at the same time. But yeah, I didn't get to show off the Superior Great. Fortress did what it needed to take out the weave out and not and I guess like didn't have to worry about webs. Who's the attack thinking? Jet did KO. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna end the recording here. We're now 5-1, which is really good. And the 6-0 is gonna put us in a really good position for differential for the rest of the season. I believe we only have 3 games left. 3 games left. Yeah. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, most of the team didn't hit the field, but it worked out the way. The Palafin went crazy. I guess in the matchup I should have seen that coming, especially with no Hitsuni Lilligant. But yeah, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, Bash out.